Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Laptop Space was kind enough to send us the Lemorele R1100 wireless video extender kit to test out. We've been playing with it for a bit and here are our thoughts. When you open the box, you get a transmitter, you get the receiver, you get the antennas, you get the manual, and you get two USB-A to USB-C cables for power, which we're going to talk about that more in a minute. So what does this do? This can work as your video extender, first of all, for your workspace. So let's say you have a laptop, instead of connecting it via HDMI, you can just plug the transmitter into your laptop's HDMI port, and then the receiver goes into your monitor or TV's HDMI port. That way you have a wireless connection between the two devices and it works great. However, for our test and purposes, we use it with our camera. So basically like a wireless video transmitter, and we have a lot to say. The first thing is the fact that one transmitter can send signal up to 4 receivers, meaning that you can just get one transmitter at the hardware unit, and if you're able to get 4 other receivers, it's going to work perfectly from a single signal source. On top of that, it has the support for smartphones. So literally, if you download the app, the Tutu app, you can monitor your video feed directly on your smartphone straight from the same single transmitter. So in our setup, for instance, in this case, we have a feed coming from the camera going into our external monitor into a smartphone, and we're gonna even 2 more devices to monitor our video feed. And on top of that, when you're monitoring your feed from a smart device like a smartphone or a tablet, you can also get the audio signal, so you can monitor your audio on top of your video. And it's even more impressive when we get to the price point. So this was a very good one from Lemorele. Another thing we love about this is that you can power it through multiple power sources. Like I said earlier, it comes with the USB-A to C cable, which can be plugged into a power bank, a V-mount battery, or any USB power source, and it can power the transmitter or the receiver. I wish it came with the USB-C to C cable, which would have been a lot easier, but I mean, a free cable is better than no cable. If you have a ton of NPF batteries, which I believe you do at this point, there's also a port at the back of the transmitter and the receiver, so you can power them directly from the battery pack. Another beautiful thing about this is the built-in display. The display tells you if the connection is done, if it's linked. You can see the linked icon. It shows you the power status for your battery. So if you have a full battery or you have a low battery, you can see that clearly. It also shows you the quality of the signal you have, which in this case is HD, and it also shows you the channel switch, so you can know what channel you're currently on both the transmitter and the receiver. First and foremost, the device is not very intuitive, right? We couldn't figure out there's like a menu system, there's some way you can reset the settings or do anything. It's just one button on the side, the orange button for pairing, and an on and off switch. That's it. Second thing is, while you can monitor your feed on multiple devices, there is a slight lag, right? According to Lemorele, you're supposed to get less than 50 milliseconds of lag, which again, we don't have anything to use to test this, but it's a slight lag between the action and what is transmitted. And it's even more prominent when you are monitoring audio. So the action is a little bit lagging and so is the audio. So it's more obvious that way. And that is not very good, especially if you are relying solely on the feed for your audio. Another thing to keep in mind is when you connect the transmitter to your mobile device, you might not have internet access. And that is because the transmitter connects to mobile devices via Wi-Fi. So your phone or your tablet is saying it's connected to the internet, right, via Wi-Fi, but there is no internet access because the Wi-Fi connection is to the transmitter itself. So you might be offline for a bit, something to just keep in mind. Another thing is, this might be small, but I think it's a big deal, especially since it's a video transmitter kit. There's no HDMI cable in the box. I felt like if there was an HDMI cable in the box, instead of the USB-C cables, I would have taken that, because to connect the transmitter to your laptop, you need an HDMI cable. To connect it to your TV, you need an HDMI cable. You can literally power the transmitter and the receiver via NPF without needing the USB cables that were included. Instead, the HDMI cable is the singular cable that you cannot do without, regardless of the connection. So I think that's a miss there. Also, it doesn't come with a carrying case. It only comes with the carton. So something to keep in mind. While it might sound like I'm a little bit critical of this, I still think it's a really solid deal. Right now in Nigeria, it's selling for about 175,000, which is a really huge steal when it comes to wireless video extenders or transmitters. The next price point you're gonna get is about 3 or 4 times the price of this, right? And for what it is a really good option. You get most of the things you need in the box except the HDMI cable. When all is considered, the lack of a carrying case, you can swallow it because the price point is good. The build quality, you can look away because the price point is good. And the lag, you can also look away if primarily what you are looking for is a transmitter to just monitor your video feed. This works perfectly for that. So thank you so much for watching. If you would like to pick one up, of course, check out Laptop Space. They were gracious enough to send this to us. We had a wonderful time testing this out. Until we come your way next time, have a wonderful one.